This is BBC Choice, and we did tell them Halloween was a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I'm not convinced about that, you see, because for the top of the programme, it's a live programme. We need a visual effects department at the BBC. We needed something really visual and effective. And we've got a pumpkin, and it's not... I'm sorry, we're not going to use that. But
really?
Thank you, Peter. Oh. Thank you anyway. We'll move on.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Welcome to Backstage. We're live from the BBC visual effects department, sitting in a secret location somewhere in northwest of London. Tell you what, it's got awfully hot all of a sudden. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to Backstage, live at 6 o'clock, BBC Choice, Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, isn't it? It is Wednesday. Yes, my name is John Money. Today we're in the BBC Visual Effects Department. Look around. Feast your eyes on all of this stuff around here. It's extraordinary. It's like a playground for adults. When we arrived earlier on, there were people out in the car park and they were blowing up a vacuum cleaner. This is the only place that happens, well, apart from my house. One of the Robot Wars things here. We'll be talking about that a little bit later on. But first, in more detail, here's what's coming up in today's show. How do they do it? The visual effects artists reveal their secrets in a backstage whirlwind. We take an exclusive visit to Byker Grove and find out if the young stars are down to earth or Hollywood starstruck. And is nothing sacred? Doctor Who in some new spoof episodes. All to come on Backstage.
Doctor.
There'll be more on Doctor Who later on. I want to go speak to this gentleman over here, who's Peter Wragg, who's head of the visual effects department. Hi, Peter.
John.
Welcome to Backstage.
Thank you.
Do you not get out of bed in the morning with a huge spring in your step because you're coming to work in this fantastic place?
Absolutely. Every single day.
It must be just the best job in the world. All these different extraordinary things around, hanging from the ceiling and on the floor and things like that. And I want to talk about this thing over here called a woofer.
Yes, it's an air mortar, but more affectionately known as a woofer.
As a woofer.
Basically, what you've got is a cylinder that you fill up with compressed air, and you can fill that to 150 pound per square inch pressure. And then you've got electrical release, solenoid release,
and whoosh,
which releases all the compressed air in one go. So
okay, well, can we fire something out of it? I don't know what we've got that we could fire.
John, you don't really need this. What is this anyway?
That's my script.
Some papers that you just sort of...
That's my script, Melissa.
We don't use the script.
I need the script. It's a live program.
We don't use the script on Backstage.
So right, my script's in the end of the woofer now. Thank you, Melissa, our producer. And we're going to fire my script out of there? Okay, let's do it.
Would you like to go and collect it?
No, my script! My script! What am I doing? No, that's the wrong page. Never mind. Well, you actually used this, didn't you, Peter? You used this in Twister Week earlier on this year on the BBC.
Yes.
Okay, well, tell you what, we're going to have a quick look now at the woofer in action on Twister Week on BBC. So how did you do that? You had a model? Was that a tiny little
no,
house?
that was a quarter-scale model.
Right.
And then, again, by firing the air mortars and in various different sizes and making breakable sections, so we made the walls up out of breakable plaster, and then that was all fired across.
Okay, so you spend all your time really making things and destroying them?
Quite a lot of the time.
And I've seen this glass over here.
Yeah.
Is this glass that breaks?
Yes, it is.
Can we do this? Can I smash Melissa over the head?
You certainly can.
Because you've got rid of my script. There are so many producers I've wanted to do this to. Here we go. Oh, that felt so good. That felt so good. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Darn, she's all right. Okay, never mind. I'll try again later on. And this thing over here I've seen. This is what exactly?
This is from Alice in Wonderland. So what happened here was the camera tracked along the model.
Yeah.
And then Alice was superimposed on top of it. So it was Alice falling down the hole.
Wow. And that's how it works.
Yep.
And how long did something like that take to make?
That took about a month to make.
Really?
In total, yeah.
Taken me about 6 years to do one jigsaw, let alone a month to make that. And I just want to have a quick look in here. This is the Plastics and Sculpture workshop.
Indeed,
A
yeah.
whirlwind tour here of your place. Hope you don't mind. Because there's a very famous head I noticed earlier on. See if anybody back home can recognise this particular chap. Where are we? Here he is. Anybody recognise this? Recognise that? A bald Vic Reeves. So he came in here, did he, to have his,
He did, yeah.
face
Yeah.
moulded?
Yeah. Yeah, that's done by pouring alginate, dental alginate, which you take teeth impressions with. So you pour that over the face. That
You
goes
wouldn't
off.
let it lie, would you?
Yeah.
Well, to really get a complete flavour of all the work the boys do here at the Visual Effects Department, let's take a look now at their greatest hits collection. In other words, their show reel. It's an extraordinary show reel, which I presume you send out to production companies to say, use
That's
us.
right. Yes,
Use
yeah.
this department.
Yeah,
That goldfish thing in the bowl.
Yep,
How
yeah.
did you do that?
That was done on a rod on a cantilever so that you couldn't see the rod because the rod was coming out behind it.
A rod on a what?
On a cantilever. So it's...
What's a cantilever? Technical
tech-
term. That's
yeah, technical
whoosh,
term.
over
Yeah.
my head. Did you see that
Yeah.
disappear?
Yeah.
Over my head. So you sent that. Thank you for that visual demonstration, Carl. So basically you show that out to people, and
Yep.
because the BBC Visual Effects Department are the best in the world, are they? Are they sort of leading the way?
We would certainly like to consider ourselves, yes. The range of stuff that we can do here is virtually not repeatable anywhere else.
And how quickly is the industry changing? Because people seem to think now that everything is done by computers, but obviously it's not, because...
No, I mean, computers are playing a more important part as time goes on.
Right.
But the answer is not to do everything by computer, it's to use it in the best possible way.
And you do build things as well, obviously, because here we have one of the robots from Robot Wars. We're going to move out of the way so people can hear us. Look at that. So if we come over here, Peter, so people can hear us. This is Sir Kill-A-Lot, I understand.
That's right, and this has just been in the latest series of Robot Wars.
Robot Wars 3 starts on December the 3rd on BBC 2, I do believe. And how long did something like that take to make? It's huge.
That took a couple of months in total, but as you can see, it's quite a lethal piece of equipment. Maybe I can just show you something here.
Sure, please do. This is how strong it is.
It's a piece of steel.
Whoa, that's impressive. Can we turn him off now, please? Because he just cut. So those are real clippers, aren't they? Therefore.
Yep, they are actually what the fire brigade used to cut cars open with. So there's a compressor inside it which runs the hydraulics. So it's, as you can see...
And it's huge. They don't look quite so big on this series. Well, thank you for telling me
No.
all about Sir
Okay.
Kill-A-Lot. I'm going to go have a little closer look. I guess they've never thought about giving Sir Kill-A-Lot a voice. Ever thought about giving him a voice?
Not really. I think his actions speak louder than words.
His actions do speak louder than words. And how difficult is he to control?
Not too difficult. He's on two tracks like a tank. So basically, it's left is a real sharp swing round left. He doesn't really have any subtleties about him. He goes really where he wants to go. So
Okay.
it's straight in and out, do the damage,
And get
back out again.
down the pub. If he
right.
did have a voice, I wonder what he would sound like. That's the thing. How would he sound if he spoke?
Hostile humanist force, kindly stop behaving in this ridiculous manner and behave like a computer.
That-
I really can't cope with this stupid behaviour.
A very high-pitched voice for a very, very butch model. I seem to have heard that voice before, Sir Killalot. Who exactly are you?
Who am I? I am, really and truly, David Brierley. That
Who's
is my
over
name,
here?
But I speak like this all the time.
The voice
Shall
of
I come and see
K9.
you?
I knew I recognised it.
Yes,
David,
how do you
welcome
do?
to Backstage. I'm very well. Is that your normal voice, or shall I call a medic?
No, I think...
Oh, you're okay.
I shall recover now.
So you were the voice of K9 in this series Doctor Who?
Mark II.
The second voice.
The second voice.
So, but I understand you actually trained as a ballet dancer.
I'm afraid so, yes.
So-
I'm not afraid at all.
Go on, move those feet.
I'm very proud.
A little pas de
Training
deux.
as a ballet dancer.
So how did you end up doing this, and then eventually
Well,
doing the voice of
you
K9?
see, what happened? I came down from Derbyshire to London on a scholarship. Was going to be a dancer noble, which is the Dr. Cabelia, the character people in dancing. I wrecked my leg and I went into rep.
And through that, did voiceover work and eventually K9?
Voiceover work and eventually to K9, yes.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to have a quick look at K9 in action. I believe this is taken from 1979. I was only seven. Only seven when this was shown. So here we go. Here's
My
K9.
child.
Back from the ages.
Peter gave himself up for lost and shed big tears, but his sobs were overheard by some friendly sparrows, who flew to him in great excitement and implored him to exert himself. Coming, mistress. Coming!
K9, have you located the doctor yet?
Yes, mistress.
Good. Well, I really must be on my way. I do hope we don't meet again. I can't honestly say it's been a pleasure. Good day.
Leave your dog behind.
Certainly not.
Then you don't leave.
K9. It's all right. He's not dead, only stunned. He'll come to in a minute. With a very sore head.
K9 in action there, the voice of David Brierley. And I've dressed up, especially for the occasion, because this Saturday on BBC Two, it's Doctor Who Night, celebrating the 27-year-old series. They've got documentaries, archive footage, hosted by Tom Baker. Now, he was the one that you mainly worked with, I've taken,
he
as
was,
K9.
yes.
What was Tom Baker like? Very thespian, lots of teeth.
Wonderful. We were two thespians together.
Oh, really?
Tom and I got on very, very well indeed.
Camping it up, were you?
Oh, absolutely. We ad-libbed in the studio because, you know, K9 was in the studio, wasn't pre-recorded.
Okay.
He was all in the studio all the time. So Tom and I would ad-lib and have lots of fun. And
so you could basically let K9 say pretty much what you wanted to?
Yeah, in rehearsal, not when we came to do the actual programme, because that, of course, was sacrosanct and strict.
Yes.
But when we were playing around with it, you know, we played around with it.
And are you amazed by how fondly people remember K9? Because K9 was great. I wanted K9.
Yeah, I am.
Are you sick of him?
No, not at all. No, I mean, the problem with K9 is that he was a monster in the sense that he could solve any problem that was presented to Doctor Who, which is, and it made it very difficult to write Doctor Who's because of K9 being so clever, being a computer, you know. Give him a problem. So you get him tangled up with wolf weeds and whatever they were called, or all sorts of things, get him to break down. But if he was up and running, there's nothing he couldn't do. And that was the great thing about K9.
And just give us a typical K9 line. What would be the perfect thing you would say to sum K9 up?
To sum K9 up, I would say affirmative, John.
Perfect. Thank you very much indeed, David. Pleasure to meet you. I'm going to go over here now.
Okay,
talk more about
bye.
Doctor Who and special effects. Thank you, David. We're going this way through the special effects department. All these wonderful things around here. There's a little bird here. I think I've been out with her. There's somewhere around here. We've got a chap called Mike Tucker who's going to talk to us all about designing special effects. Are you Mike? Marvellous. By the way, there's a dead body down here. Don't look. Hang on. He's got his bits are showing. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Thank you. Let's go and have a quick chat with Mike.
Hello,
Mike, how you doing? You all right?
I'm fine,
You're a
thank
designer
you.
here in the special effects department,
That's right,
and you've
yeah.
worked on Doctor Who, I understand.
Yes, a few years ago now.
What's this you made here, and what was it for?
This was actually for BBC Choice. Earlier this year or late last year, they did a Doctor Who programme and they needed the TARDIS console. Sadly, because it's 10 years since we actually made any Doctor Who, the console itself and the set didn't exist anymore.
Destroyed, yeah.
So we did it as a miniature, and Sylvester McCoy was shot against blue, and they put it all together afterwards, so we could do basically a new TARDIS set for a fraction of the cost of rebuilding it for real.
Really? Fantastic. That's the way it's done. Bit of cost cutting as well.
A bit of cost cutting.
What's the most bizarre thing you've ever had to make?
A full-size big top, because they couldn't afford a big top, so I ended up building...
You ended up making a full-size big top?
No, a miniature big top that we took out on location, and again, just put the people in front electronically, so...
it's all cheating, isn't it?
It's all cheating. That's
they
the
lie
name
to
of
us,
the game.
that's what they do. And this fearsome creature in here?
This fearsome creature, not Doctor Who the TV series, but Doctor Who the range of books that are out by the BBC. They needed a new monster for the cover of one of them, so we ended up creating this, which is a krill.
Right.
Come out of the sea and eat you.
Fine.
Very ferocious.
Yes, I'm not too keen on him. Thank you very much indeed. Well, Doctor Who Night, as I said, is on this Saturday, and one of the programmes on at 9:50 this Saturday is all about the various enemies and foes that Doctor Who had to meet. Here's a quick clip from one of the interviews featured in Doctor Who Night this Saturday.
The third monster I did in Doctor Who's was Tom Baker's first adventure as it happened, and that was the robot, in which I played the robot. And again, had to be somebody very tall, because it was a very large robot, with built-up shoes and an enormous head. And in fact, when I was inside it, I was really only looking out of the collar, so you can imagine how big it was.
Prime Directive. What is your prime directive?
Because I couldn't see where I was going and had these huge articulated feet, I kept falling over and cutting myself to pieces. There were all sorts of bolts and rivets inside it, and I'd come out of the thing with blood everywhere. Oh dear, so they put a bit more padding in. But it didn't matter what they did. Wherever I fell over, I managed to cut myself again. And these great claws for hands terrified my poor little daughter. She was only about 4 when it was shown. And she was so horrified. Unfortunately, I was away when it was being shown, so she thought I was going to come home like it. She not only wouldn't watch it, she wouldn't let my wife watch it. She insisted on the television set being switched off.
So the gentleman in that clip was having trouble in his outfit, in his costume, being cut inside. I mean, how much do you care about the actors inside the
You've got to care a fair bit, to be honest.
You're just concerned with the outside bit?
No, you've got to be concerned as to how they're going to sort of get into it and how they're going to stay in it for a long period of time. So sometimes you don't always get the opportunity of getting the actor to the workshop by the time you've started building the thing, though. So sometimes you do end up with slight problems like that happening. But on the whole, we try and be very good to our actors.
And what work have you done on Doctor Who Night this Saturday?
For Doctor Who Night this week, we've been doing some computer-generated effects, which is like a new thing that we're getting into. And we've done some shots of the TARDIS in space and a shot of a Dalek. But at the moment, we're not quite sure what's being used and what isn't, because literally we delivered on Wednesday and we're going out Saturday. Right. So quick Saturday night, I'll find out what they used and what they didn't.
Because you made these little promos, didn't you?
That's right.
Which we weren't allowed to show. We asked if we could show the promos.
Well, you may be able to see them on Saturday
night. And we weren't. They'll be
yeah.
on Saturday night, and also on Saturday night there are some specially commissioned comedy sketches. Here's a quick now. It's on 10:20 on BBC Two, and this sketch is called The Web of Caves.
Yes? Hello. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm bad.
You're bad?
Yes.
What do you want me to do about it?
Stop us. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Doctor. No, Doctor. Ah, that's it. You fear me now, Doctor.
What do you want?
I'm not sure. I haven't thought of anything yet.
Oh.
Maybe I should come back tomorrow.
Yeah, come back tomorrow when you've had a chance to think things through.
Yes, I will have a plan, and you can stop me if you can, Time Lord.
All right. See you then.
What if I were to hollow out the Earth's core and replace it with a giant motor so I could pilot the planet anywhere in the universe?
It's been done.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh. You're the expert.
Looking a bit dirty there, mate. There we go, Doctor Who night on this Saturday. I think Tom Baker carried off the scarf far better than I did. It's falling around my ankle. It's going to break me neck. But just in case you're wondering, we are live from the Visual Effects Department of the BBC, and this is precisely 3 gorgeous girls to tell us who we are.
You're watching Backstage on BBC Choice.
They're right. They're absolutely right. Those 3 ladies there are from Byker Grove. So we thought we'd have a special backstage report on Byker Grove. Goes out on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:10, and I cannot remember the name of our reporter. Our reporter is called Grant Stott. Here's his report backstage on Byker Grove. Sorry, Grant.
Okay, see if you can guess where I am today. I'm on the set of a long-running BBC drama, and it's filmed here, in this house, which used to be home to the Bishop of Newcastle. It's been a pub, and in the 1800s, it was even home to a local band of notorious criminals. But it's probably enjoying its most famous period right now, as a North of England youth club. Now, this little starlet here is Jade Turnbull, who plays Regina in the season. Now, I want to have a bit of a chat with you, Jade, but I think it's going to be a bit too noisy here. Can you take me somewhere that'll be a bit quieter?
How about makeup?
That sounds fine to me. Give me a quick tour?
Okay.
All right, lead on. This way. So, you only came into the series last year, Jade, is that right?
Yep.
So is this for when Regina has a bad hair day, is it?
It is indeed.
So tell me, Regina, you've been in for a year now. How have you found it? Has it been quite an exciting 12 months for you?
Yeah, it's been brilliant, you know, some of the things we've had to do. What do you think, Regina? My mum gave us this when I was 5. We could put it here. Well, she's a bit of a tomboy, and I wouldn't say I was a tomboy. I mean, you know, I go out and I play with my friends and all that, but not as much as her. She likes nailing wood up and everything like that. Not me at all. What do you think about the photos? I haven't got any. I didn't bring any when I left Manchester. My mum's got all of them. You mean you haven't got a photo of your mum? She ran away from my mum, and she starts saying to our best friends, not anyone else, but just our best friends, that she misses her mum and all that, and she's getting a bit upset. So I hopefully next series she might get a storyline with her mum.
We'll have to have a wait and see. All right, well, I'll let you get back and get your makeup on, and I'll see if I can find my way out of this place. Cheers.
Bye.
Come in. Jeff, can I have a word?
Oh, what now?
Sorry. Actually, Billy, I'd like more than just a word, actually. I'm going to try and put this in as gentle a way as I possibly can here. I've just spoken to Jade, who's quite possibly one of the youngest members of the cast. And now speaking to your good self, who, shall we say, well, you've been here since day 1.
More mature.
Slightly more mature, yes, that's a nicer way of doing it. You must have seen the cast just change and grow over the years. How's it been for you as an actor?
It's incredible, really, because I mean, I came in on the first series, which was 6 episodes, and we didn't know there were going to be any more after that 6. And it was a very small production. There was sort of the director, the cameraman, the sound man, and you know, half a dozen performers. It was, and now here we are, hundreds of people, and enormous show with a big following all over the world.
Action.
But why?
Because they're racist.
And you were their mate?
Well, I didn't know what they were going to do to him. Lee's me real mate. What's me real mate?
Hold on, you were hanging around with a bunch of racists.
Well, it doesn't make me one.
But what did you do to stop them?
Was it very easy for you to just slip in, or did you find, oh no, a new boy in town?
It was a bit sort of new boy at schoolish, and like wandering about going, you're on the telly to everyone. And it was kind of strange getting used to people not being the characters, you know, because the people who are the nastiest, you often find are the nicest people around. And I was sort of walking around being a bit scared of some people, but, you know, we're all just in the same boat.
How much are you involved in today?
I'm in about 3 scenes. I've been cut from 1, so I came in early and just had a nice break. But,
Did you not have a strop when you found out you'd been cut?
How can you cut me out of the scene? I'm an integral part of the story.
I haven't been in it yet. Once I have, I'll throw a whinge.
Grant Stott reporting there. I know the name now. Grant Stott. Sorry, Grant, I forgot your name because Melissa, the producer, blew up my script at the beginning of the programme, in case you didn't see that. Everybody gets seen. All the crew gets seen on this programme, apart from one man, who is the cameraman. So let's have a quick look over here. You got a script? I haven't. OK Magazine, November's issue. Let's have a quick look here. Page 58, I understand. Come closer, Carl. on camera. Here we are. Because, look, that's Carl, our cameraman, in OK Magazine, married to the lovely Yvette Fielding. But the best thing is, have you actually read this, Carl? I'm sure you have. I just want to read this bit out to you here.
He pointed it out to me.
Carl is one of Britain's most in-demand cameramen.
Carl!
Absolute rubbish. You can't even get it in focus. Absolute rubbish. OK Magazine, goodness me, you media tart, you. Now, I want to go and talk to this man here. I'm going to dash around. A chap called David Viles, who works also in the special effects department in animatronics, I understand.
One of the things
that you do. And you built this tortoise.
Yep.
So what was this tortoise for?
It was built for a show called The Last Salute.
Yeah.
And there were a few gags involving tortoises doing things. And we had a real tortoise, but there was no guarantee that the real tortoise would perform as required on cue.
He might have been camera shy.
He might have been camera shy.
Right.
So we built an animatronic one, just for a few very quick shots of head coming out, looking around, and doing things like that, basically.
And did he get used, or did the tortoise perform?
Well, the tortoise did perform, but we performed better, so yes, it did get used.
So this one does retakes,
Yeah,
obviously, whereas
exactly,
normal tortoises
yes.
don't. And you've recently done something with a piano, haven't you?
Yes.
Which we're going to have a look at in just a second. For 2.4 children,
2.4 children.
New series of that programme starting
Hasn't been
very
shown
soon
yet.
on BBC One, still to be shown. But here's the clip involving the piano, which David Help! Runaway piano! Runaway piano! Brakes on, please. So, was this a real piano to begin with? I'm down here, I'm driving it, you see. It's fantastic.
No, this was not a real piano. It's been all specially built.
So it wasn't a real piano, you actually made the whole thing from
made
scratch.
the whole thing.
And I'm just going to get out now here.
Take the steering
And
wheel
what
out.
kind of speed did this thing go at?
Probably about 20 to 30 miles an hour in some of the shots with a stuntman on top. We had about two pianos and several different rigs.
Yeah?
This was for the shot where you see it running across the park. We had another complete rig which come down a flight of stairs, sort of bouncing down the stairs with Gary Olsen on top. We haven't got that rig here because we haven't got a big flight of stairs.
Okay, well, very quickly, just before we go, I want to move over here because I've been doing the whole programme live without a script. Where's Melissa? Melissa, our producer here, please. Could you come over here? Can you just put your head down?
You loved it.
Come on,
you
put your head
wild
down
and
here.
dangerous
Put your head
thing.
down here on the table. And I've got...
The knife first.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Do the knife.
Do the knife, yeah.
Okay.
Right, there we go. But now, put your head down here, please. And we've got Martin over there with a bow and arrow. Are you ready, Martin? Fire it over. Fantastic. So how does that work then?
It's just a spring underneath and a electric
spring loaded?
release. It just pushes it up through the table.
And that's how they do it?
Well, it's one of the ways of doing it. And it's much safer when you've got actors around the area for the arrow to come that way than for it to be fired for real where you're never quite sure where it's going to land. So it's just one of the ways of doing it. Same with the knife. You could have a sequence where somebody throws a knife.
And there it is.
Throwing
David,
it
thank you very much. I've got to say goodbye now because that is the end of the programme. Thanks to everybody here at the Visual Effects Department. Julia Bradbury is back live at 6 tomorrow with a very special show from the Moscow State Circus. And I shall return on Monday. I've got a nice long weekend. I'll see you soon. Take care of yourself. Julia tomorrow live at 6. Bye-bye.
And there's more from the Backstage crew at the same time tomorrow. Back to this evening, and it's time to settle back and relax for our Wednesday drama night in. Kicking off with events coming to a head in Real Women next.